So today I'm going to be demonstrating some comfort measures that partners can do for their birthing person. I'm going to have you start on your hands and knees, facing the other way. And I'm just going to bring this underneath you. Now, if you have a large scarf, this is a very common tool called a Rebozo. It is a really incredible tool for just relaxation overall. So just relax your belly as much as you can. And the goal is for you to kind of hook the baby and move it side to side, ever so gently, sifting, moving the baby. And now the person who is birthing is going to give you feedback as to the speed, if it feels good, if they want more pressure, anything like that. You can also lift the baby up with this, and that can feel really nice. Another thing that you can do with a scarf is bring it around the glutes. Is it okay if I do this?
Absolutely.
Is bring it around the glutes and then kind of cinch it down on either side. And then you're just going to kind of shake in both directions. And you really want to get just like a really natural, easy sensation. How does this feel?
It actually feels great.
Yeah, it will really relax the pelvic floor and can really, really help make your way through contractions, surges, waves. You wanted me to keep going, huh? Okay, we're done with the Rebozo. So I'm gonna have you stay on hands and knees, and the next two things that I'm going to demonstrate can be done in any position, but hands and knees, it's much easier. The first one is counterpressure against the sacrum. So, whoa, don't step on the birthing person. The sacrum is right here. And if we're thinking about our birthing person's pelvis, it's like this. So we're providing pressure on the sacrum to try to create some space in the low back or the pelvic floor. In order to do that, you might need a lot of pressure. So I'm going to bring both of my hands onto the sacrum, take a deep breath here, and I really want her to be able to feel like she can breathe into my hands. Some people who have had pain in their SI joint throughout their pregnancy will find this very uncomfortable. So make sure that you're not just doing this because a doula told you to. Make sure that you're doing this because the birthing person tells you it feels amazing. How's it feel?
It feels great.
Good. I'm gonna apply a little bit more pressure. And I want you as the birth partner to see how I do this. I'm moving my body forward. How does that increase the pressure?
Yeah, it definitely increases it, and it feels like it's kind of moving things right on the muscle in a good way.
Cool. I'm gonna slowly come back. So this is another way that you can kind of save yourself if your birthing person is like, do that every contraction I have for the rest of my life. Then you may need to find a way to make it sustainable for you. So making sure that you have a good engaged core and that you're leaning forward and using your body weight to get the pressure that you need. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Awesome. The next one is the hip squeeze. There's multiple ways to do this. So one of them is to just make sure that you are right on either side of the hips and squeezing. This is a good pec workout. And of course I'm squatting. So there's so many different positions you can be in to do this, but I'm gonna try it in two different places. So the first one is gonna be right where her hip bones are. I'm gonna squeeze in. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna release. As you release, never release quickly. This is a huge thing I see birth partners do a lot, where they're like, oh good, and they're really, really strong, and then boom. And that release can be so jarring when you're in the middle of labor. So make sure that you're slowly releasing your pressure. Another position that you can be in to do this is in half kneeling. So giving a nice squeeze to the top of the hip bones. Now I'm gonna slowly release, And then I'm gonna move my hands down to her greater trochanters. Now you'll be able to find these because they're bony prominences on the outside of the hip. And I'm gonna squeeze here. You ready? And the way that I can get the most purchase from my squeeze is if my chest is close to her and I'm really getting the direction of force through the bones in my forearm. So I'm getting nice and close, and then I'm gonna press. And I'm pressing in on my exhale. And then inhale as you slowly release. How'd that feel?
Great.
Awesome. Okay, now Alanya, let's stand up and move to the wall. You can also remind your birthing person to do some hip circles as they're moving around. These are things that they will know about but may forget in the moment. Beautiful. Go ahead and place your hands against the wall. If you're more comfortable with forearms against the wall, you can do that. So try either one. And then bring your legs a little bit apart here. Yes. Just make sure you're feeling nice and comfortable. And then as the birth partner, your goal is to move the muscles around the femur in a shaking kind of fashion. This is called shaking the apples, and you will see why. Take a deep breath, Alanya, and just relax everything. This is where you can encourage vocalization, like an breath, and then move to the other side. Perfect.
Does feel good to be shaken.
Yeah. It's sort of like the one with the cloth, right? Mm-hmm. But it just feels a little bit more intense because your whole leg is being shaken. Okay. This is another place you could provide counter pressure. If your birthing person was loving to push against a wall, they could push against the wall and you could push against them. I'm gonna try to cheat so you can see, but I would be directly behind her. So go ahead and push against the wall and push against my hands. Yes. That feels hard, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. But sometimes it feels great to do something hard when you're having a contraction. Let's do 2 more things.
Yeah.
I'm not very tall. But if I were taller, I would be a wonderful person to do this with. So let's pretend like I'm very tall and you're gonna get on your knees. Sure. This also works if you are just not a tall person as a birth partner and you need to have some height. You're gonna face me. So I'm gonna have you pull on this. Now this cloth is especially stretchy. It's not necessary for you to have a stretchy cloth. In fact, it's probably better to have a cloth that is not stretchy. But you're gonna kind of cinch up on this and pull down with all of your body weight. I'm gonna put it over my shoulders to give myself a little bit more surface area. And you're gonna bring your hands, like cinch it up as much as you possibly can. And I'm gonna get nice and close to you. You might cinch up more, like up to here. Yeah. Good. And then pull down with your whole body weight, and I'm just gonna, good. Good. So your job as the birth partner is to just stay steady and strong. Don't let them pull you down. That's not gonna feel good. It's gonna feel really good for them to just be able to pull on this. Amazing. And then come up. Lovely. The last one is slow dancing. So we're gonna dance, Alanya. Okay, so if you want to just put your arms around my neck, good, and we're just gonna hug. Come close to me. A couple more things that you are going to want to tell your birthing person when they're in labor. Relax your jaw. Giving them examples of what to do is so helpful. Giving them just gentle massage. So turn around, Alanya. Go ahead and just give them squeezes, compressions on their upper back. Even just a gentle pressure on their jaw can remind them to relax. Some people cannot stand a light touch. Some people cannot stand a deep touch, so you have to communicate with your partner. The other thing that I love to offer, turn around, is hand massages and foot massages. And the thing that feels the best on hands and feet is moving, not using oil or anything crazy like that, but moving the skin of the hand around over the muscles of the hand. Does it feel good? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're gonna show this camera. So you're moving the skin of the hand around over the muscles below. You don't need any oil for this. And you can go out each finger individually, providing pressure. And the same exact thing applies for the feet and the toes. The biggest thing is that you want to make sure that you're creating space in the wrist. It can feel so good. All right. Now you have some tools to work with your birth partner on, and I really encourage you to practice. Make this a weekly thing, a nightly thing, something that you are doing with your partner so that you can learn what they like and they can learn what they like. They can't know unless they try new things. So thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I'll see you in the next video.